Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a great day. Today in the kitchen we will be doing a Father's Day dinner idea. Since Father's Day is in a few days, I did promise that I do at least 1 or 2 recipes for Father's Day. And you know, I wanted to also wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day. If you have a dad and he's being consistent, supportive, loving, you know, and always in your life, you need to spoil that man and cook him up a delicious dinner. So to get started, I have here some lamb. I have a rack of lamb which I went ahead and washed. I cut it off the rack. And for the seasonings, I'll be using garlic and onion powder, black pepper, smoked paprika, complete seasoning, meat seasoning, rib rub, and some sazon. I also have fresh green seasoning that I'll be using and some oil. Let's jump right in. So to get started, you want to combine all of the ingredients. We will mix the seasonings first, and then we'll add our green seasoning and the oil. We'll mix until we form a nice paste-like consistency, and then we'll go in with our brush and we'll just brush the seasonings onto the lamb. If you want, you can use your hands as well. No problem, just do whatever you prefer. Once we're done, we're going to allow this to sit for about 30 minutes to an hour. While the lamb is marinating, let's go ahead and prepare our sides. Today we'll be preparing some fondant potatoes. It's quick, easy, and simple. I have 2 russet potatoes here, as well as some chicken stock. I also have seasoned salt, black pepper, some butter, garlic, and thyme. What you want to do is go ahead and just cut the 2 ends off of the potatoes, creating a flat surface, so we can sit the potatoes on the flat surface. Then what's easier for me, instead of slicing it all the way down, I like to cut it in half. And then you want to cut off all of the skin. You want to remove the skin, and that's it. Once we remove the skin, I'll show you guys the next step. Once all the skins are removed, this is how they should look. I did add a 3rd potato there. Now we'll drizzle some oil over them, and then we'll add our seasonings. You want to coat them nicely with that seasoning. You could add whatever seasoning you like, but I prefer to keep it super simple by just adding salt and black pepper. We will rub that seasoning in really well, and then we'll head over to the stove and start with the cooking process. Today I'll be using my cast iron skillet because I want to place it directly in the oven afterwards. I did add some oil to the skillet, and now we'll add our potatoes in there, and you want to sear them until they're nice and golden brown on one side, and when they become brown on one side, you want to flip them over and allow them to become golden brown on the other side. We basically just trying to sear them on the stove top, and then we'll place them in the oven so they can cook all the way through. And I forgot to mention that at this point, once you start cooking your potatoes, you want to preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. If you have a really high oven that burns fast, you can do 400. So once they become golden brown on both sides, you want to go in with your butter. Then we'll add our garlic and thyme. This adds a nice richness and flavor to the potatoes. You want to give it a minute or so that, you know, it can release all those flavors. And then we will pour in our chicken stock. We will then place this directly inside of the oven and we'll cook for about 30 to 35 minutes. Now what I like to do is halfway through the process, like 15 minutes in, I like to check it and flip my potatoes over so they get to cook in that chicken broth on both sides. And if your chicken stock run out or like it evaporates, you can pour in a little more. But once it's cooked for about 30 to 35 minutes, your potatoes should be nice and tender once you poke it with a skewer or a knife and it goes in smoothly all the way through, you know it's done. This is the perfect side dish, guys, and it's so delicious. Now let's move on to the next side. So next up, we'll be making some delicious green beans. Here I have fresh green beans that I went ahead and washed. I'll be using chicken stock. I have garlic and onion powder, complete seasoning, seasoned salt, black pepper, some fresh grated garlic, and some butter. To a preheated skillet, I did add some oil to prevent the butter from burning. You want to add the butter, allow it to melt. Once it melts, go in with your garlic. Allow that garlic to go for about a minute or so, and then we will add our green beans. Once the green beans is added, we're going to add our seasonings, give it a good mix, allow it to go for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll add our chicken stock. You want to cover that and allow it to simmer on medium heat until all the chicken stock is evaporated. Once the chicken stock is evaporated, your beans should be nice and tender and fully cooked. And that's it, guys. Super simple and easy. And this is my favorite way to eat green beans. It is absolutely delicious and the perfect side dish. Next up, we have our lamb. So we will drizzle some oil into our favorite pan and then place the lamb in there. We will do 4 at a time so as to not overcrowd the pan. You want to cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes per side. These are like steak, so you don't want to overcook them. If you want it well done, you can cook it for a longer time, but 4 to 5 minutes should be just right. We will cook it once it's nicely seared on one side. You want to give it a flip and allow it to cook evenly on the other side. So you might notice a little bit of fat on the bone part of the lamb. What you want to do is flip it to that side and allow that fat to render off a bit. We'll give it about a minute or so. We will flip all of them and just allow them to sit there for about a minute, allowing that fat to render, and then we'll remove it. And that's it, guys. Super simple, and these will be the best lamb chops you've ever tried. Trust me, perfectly seasoned and just amazing. Your dad will love this. And here you have it, guys. Quick, easy, and simple Father's Day dinner idea. We have fondant potatoes, green beans, and some lamb ribs. It was perfectly seasoned and absolutely delicious. Your dad will definitely love this. And I will be doing another recipe, so look out for that one. And yeah, this is it. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for me. I will be leaving all my ingredients and measurements down in the description box, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good day and enjoy, and happy Father's Day to all the wonderful dads out there.